my name is Jazz and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. So happy and excited to have you here today. And for today's video I want to share with you 5 DIY wreaths that I made with awesome ideas and hacks that you can do to make your life a little bit easier and to be more creative doing your projects. I did these DIYs with a very neutral color palette because that's what I like, but you can DIY them with more color and you can add flowers if you want. I'm going to leave you a link of my webpage, JAZOMY.com. The link is going to be in the description box. If you want more ideas of wreaths or things that you can do, you can go to my webpage. I made a new blog post there with a ton of wreaths perfect for Easter and spring that you can DIY yourself or that you can get. So the link is going to be in the description box. You can check my webpage. And I just hope that you like and enjoy this video. Please, if you do, give me a big thumbs up. That really helps to support my channel. And make sure that you are subscribed and that you hit the bell to get notified every single time that I upload a new video. And let's get started. Okay, for this project I'm going to be using this bamboo wreath that I get from Dollar Tree, and I love these. I think these wreaths from Dollar Tree are one of my favorite ones. So yeah, I'm going to be using these, and I'm also going to be using this hop clover pick that I get from Walmart. And what I'm going to be doing is to cut the stems, and then I'm going to be inserting those between the branches of my wreath to hold them, since that way there is no need to use glue. And if you want to maybe reuse this wreath and the stems at another time for a different DIY wreath or another project that you may have on mind, you can reuse them too. Guys, another thing is that you can get the foliage or the greenery from Walmart. It only costs 97 cents, and I think they are made from a better quality, and it has more foliage or flowers than the ones from Dollar Tree. So I always like to get mine from Walmart. Once I stick my greenery around my wreath, this is how it's going to look. And next I want to add something else on those empty spaces. So I'm going to be using these that is called Dipsophilia bundle. I think that's the name of these dry flowers, and I get them on clearance on at-home stores, and I really like them. And I think they look so cool with this greenery that I use from Walmart, and I'm going to be inserting those two on my wreath, and it's going to make my wreath look a little bit fuller, and it's going to add more color and a different texture. Guys, another idea is that when you are putting the greenery or the flowers on your wreath, you can put them to looking to the outside of the wreath. I hope that makes sense, and that is going to help to make your wreath look a little bit bigger than what it is. Okay guys, once I done putting all the stems on my wreath, this is how it looks, and I really like it, but I want to add an extra touch, and I'm going to be using these I think it's a berry garland. I think that's the name of this. It's from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be putting these on the back. I'm going to make a small knot, and then I'm going to be turning these all over my wreath, and this is going to add a nice touch of a climbing plant or something like that. I'm not sure about the name of this, but I think it looks super cool. Once I was done, this is how this project turned out. It's so inexpensive. I think I spent less than $5 for sure in this project. It looks amazing. It's perfect for spring. It looks neutral. This greenery has flowers in a white and neutral color, and I really like it. For this next project, I'm going to be using this round burner cover that I get from Dollar Tree. It comes in a set of 2, and this is the bigger one. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is to paint these using my spray paint in this matte Spanish moss color that I really like. And I'm going to paint it and then let it dry. Once it dries, this is how it's going to look. And next I'm going to be working with these wooden circle plaque that I get from Walmart for only 97 cents. And I'm going to be removing the staple that has on the back side with these tool that is for remove all the staples. Works amazing, and you can get the link in the description box. And it's also on my Amazon store. I want these to add a decal, or you can add like a sticker or whatever you want. I made this one that says hello spring, and I did it with my Cricut in this green like vinyl color, and I'm going to be sticking this decal on my circle plaque. Next, I'm going to be sticking my circle plaque on the center of my burner cover, and I like it a lot. It looks amazing, and I think it's the perfect size because I'm going to be adding something to the borders. For that, I'm going to be using these wooden beads. You can get wooden beads from Amazon too, and I love the ones that I always use. Of course, the link is in the description box, and I basically put them on a piece of wire to have them all together, and that way it's going to be so much easier to stick them on my burner cover. And I stick them with hot glue all over the edges of the burner cover. To be able to hang these on the wall or anywhere, I'm going to be adding a piece of ribbon. This one is super cute. I was so impressed when I saw these on Dollar Tree. I think it's new. I never see this ribbon before, but I'm not sure. So let me know in the comments if it's new or not. Anyways, I stick a small piece and then I stick it on the back side of the burner cover. Then just to add a nice touch of like greenery or something else, or maybe you can put flowers if you want more color, you can add those on the top with a little bit of hot glue, and that's all. Guys, once I was done, this is how my project turned out, and I really like it. I think it looks super like neutral but modern at the same time with a high-end look, and it was so inexpensive to do using Dollar Tree products and things that I have around my home. You don't always need a wreath to make a wreath. You can do it using other things like this burner cover. For this next project, I'm going to be using these 24 inches grapevine wreath that I get from a thrift store for I think only $3. So I'm going to be decorating these super simple, perfect for Easter. And the first thing I used was these stems that I get from Walmart, only 97 cents. These are eucalyptus, and I put 2 on each side of the wreath. And I'm going to put them between the grapevine wreath, and I'm going to be moving the stems and the leaves and cover more space of the wreath. Then I'm going to be using this hop clover pig, also from Walmart, 97 cents, super cute, and it's going to add a nice touch of a lighter green with small flowers in white color. And I'm going to be cutting the stems, and I'm going to be adding these on each side of the wreath too. This wreath is going to have the greenery like in only one side, but like you see, the greenery is going to be looking in different directions. And then I'm going to be adding 2 other stems of eucalyptus on my wreath. From there, I'm going to be using these ribbons that I get on Christmas clearance. And that's another hack, guys. You can always check like the ribbons and flowers and greenery once a holiday or a season is over, because you're going to find so many things on an amazing price, and you can use them actually all year round. This ribbon is perfect now for spring, so I'm going to be using it to make a bow, and I'm going to be attaching these to the wreath between the greenery. Now on top of the bow you can put any sign. I'm going to be using this one from Dollar Tree. It has the bunny shape and I really like it. It's super cute, and I'm going to be adding a little bit of color, not too much. So for that I'm going to be using my wax in antique color, and I'm going to add just a small amount of wax on my brush, and then I'm going to be painting my sign. And of course you can paint your bunny any color you want, and then maybe if you have a Cricut you can add a decal note too that says hello spring or welcome or the last name of your family, or something like that. As you can see, my sign has a small hole from the tag, and I don't like to have that on my wreath. So I'm going to be using this tool, and I'm going to basically cut the wood, and that way it's going to look so much better and with a high-end look. From there, you can use twine or a piece of ribbon, cut a small piece, and then you can add that to the neck of the bunny, and then you can add a small bow, and it's going to look super cute too. You can add another piece of twine on the back side of the bunny, and then you can make a knot with that on the back side of the wreath on top of the bow. And maybe you can change these later once Easter is over. If you want to add an extra touch, you can stick eggs, and I have these from last year and they have very neutral tones. So I'm going to be sticking 2 eggs on top of the wreath and the other 2 on the bottom between the greenery. Once I was done, guys, this is how my project turned out, and I really like it. I'm very proud of this project, and I put this wreath on the front door, but of course like on the back side just for like privacy. But this is how it turned out, and I like it a lot. You can always check on thrift stores for cheaper wreath options, like this one, or just in case if you want something like this, I'm going to leave you a link of a grapevine wreath that I found on Amazon. For this next wreath, I'm going to be using this one from Dollar Tree, and I want to make a very simple wreath, and I'm going to be using this greenery that I think I have it from 3 years ago from Walmart, and I'm going to be cutting the stems, and I'm going to be adding these on the edge of the wreath, and this is going to add the effect that my wreath is bigger than what it is. You can add hot glue to stick the greenery, or you can put the stems between the wreath and you can reuse it later if you want. Next, I'm going to be using these. They are like ferns. These looks a little bit different from the ferns, but I'm not sure. If someone know the name of like this plant, please let me know in the comments. Anyways, I'm going to be using these. I cut the stems, and I'm going to be adding these to the wreath too, and this is going to help a lot to make my wreath look fuller. As you can see, it still have so many like empty spaces, and you can put so many things there. I'm going to be using these small carrots that I get from Dollar Tree. They come in a pack with 6. I am like a very neutral person, so I prefer to have like neutral decor around my home. So I decide to like cover the orange color using like a ribbon or twine and add hot glue. So that's what I did. I covered the orange color to make my carrots look a little bit more neutral. Once I was done with the first one, this is how my carrot is going to look, and I just did the same with the rest of the carrots, and I really like them, and I love how they look on my wreath. But if you like the orange color, just leave them like that, because I promise you it's going to look so amazing, and it's going to add like a pop of color on your wreath. Before sticking them to the empty spaces on my wreath, I decide to add like a little bit of moss where I'm going to put the carrots, and then I stick the carrots on top. I ended up sticking about 5 carrots, and now I have an extra one for another project. once I was done, I put my wreath on the wall, and this is how it turned out, and I really like it. I love the colors and I love how neutral it looks. But I want you to let me know, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you like the carrots in this neutral tone, or let me know in the comments if you prefer to leave them in orange color. Let's see. What do you think, guys? For the last project, I want to do something a little bit different and the perfect wreath for Easter. So I'm going to be using this ring that I have at home. You can get them from Walmart or from thrift stores. And I'm also going to be using eggs, and I get these ones from Dollar Tree. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is to be cutting the eggs on the back side. I'm going to use my knife and I'm going to cut a small piece to be able to stick them later on this ring and make sure that they are going to stick well, and the eggs are going to look like they are part of the ring. I hope that makes sense. To stick the eggs on the ring, you can use a strong glue like E6000 or maybe like Gorilla Glue. I decided to use like regular hot glue, and it works amazing, so you can use that. And I'm going to be sticking all the eggs very close together on top of the ring. I ended up sticking about 8 eggs on my wreath, and this is how it's going to look. And now it's time to add the paint, and the easiest way is to use spray paint, and I use this one in matte river rock color. I spray paint my whole wreath and I let it dry. Once my wreath is completely dry, I'm going to be adding a really cool technique to this wreath. I'm going to be using my chalk paint in black color, and I'm going to be using an old toothbrush, and I'm going to like spread small dots of paint all over my eggs, and this is going to add a really nice touch and it's going to look high-end, and it is a very easy and fun technique to try. Now, because you can see the hot glue on the sides of the egg, and I want these to look very like rustic, I'm going to be using moss from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be adding the moss between the eggs and on the bottom part where the ring is, and this is going to add a nice touch and it's going to cover all the hot glue. I think it looks so much better. You maybe can add another thing if you want, like flowers or greenery to cover the hot glue. And also, guys, you can paint the eggs in another color, or you can leave them colorful if you prefer. I leave a small space on the ring because on the sides I'm going to be adding greenery. I decide to stick eucalyptus with hot glue, just a few leaves to make them look a little bit fuller. And then on that empty space, I'm going to be using this super cute bunny from Dollar Tree, and it comes in a set of 2 with a few markers for kids. And you can paint it, but I'm going to be using this scrapbook paper that I have, and I think it's from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to draw and cut the shape of the bunny, and then I'm going to stick the scrapbook paper on my bunny. I think the edges of the bunny needs something else, so I'm going to be using a really like old technique that I used to do when I first start my YouTube channel, and it is super easy. I'm going to be using these type of sponges, and I'm also going to be using like a very dark brown color, and I'm going to be painting all the edges with the sponge, and it's going to end up having a really fun technique, and it's going to look like a weathered kind of rustic look. Now that I'm done painting my bunny and the paint is dry, this is how it looks, and I really like it. And now it is time to stick my bunny on the wreath. And first I'm going to be adding 2 small wooden cubes just to make like a better support for my bunny, and then I stick the bunny with hot glue. Now for the top, and to be able to hang my wreath from anywhere, I'm going to be adding a small piece of nautical rope from Dollar Tree, and then I'm going to be turning a piece of twine around to make like a knot look. Guys, once I was done, this is how my project turned out, and I really like it. I think it's super cool. It looks amazing with a high-end look. You can change the look with the colors that you decide to use with your eggs, and I think it's a very fun idea to try now for Easter. Guys, I hope that you like and enjoy all of these DIY wreaths that I made in today's video. I hope that you can get some idea of things that you can try at home. Please, if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. That really helps to support my channel, and I really want to know which of these projects was your favorite. Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure that you are subscribed, that you hit the bell, and that you share this video with friends and family. Remember to follow me on all my social media pages and my webpage. Guys, I have a new blog post, and you can see so many more wreaths and ideas that you can try, so make sure that you check the link in the description box. Thank you so much for all the love and support, guys, and see you on my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.